What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another VOD review. Today we're going to be breaking down T1 versus PRX. The main thing I want to showcase here, other than PRX's dominance, is just how they solve problems, specifically in this double duelist, double initiator comp with no sentinel, presenting like a lot of unique solutions, and how proactive and just active they get. They never sit still. They never just like let you get a timing on them or box you into a corner. They're always kind of like bouncing off the walls. So it's just a really fun playstyle to watch. So the first thing I want to break down here is the chamber, right? Okay, chamber on this map is going to get into forward positions. He's going to try to hold lines. Usually they're probably going to set him up and develop a line for him. So we can see this TP come out where he can kind of play this position over here. He could play up on the mound behind the box. We have this TP here where he can walk off to this off angle at B and TP back to C. We have this TP here where he can angle out to this yard area. We have this TP in the tree room where he can kind of like hang out over here, or he can do a deeper one on this side and he can hang out over here if he opens the door or he gets out to that position. AKA, you want to be careful going up against the chamber. Okay, he's going to get aggressive. He's going to play off angles and he's going to try to TP away. So we're going to see the same pistol round we saw against Talon come out from PRX. So it's this kind of 4-1 style of default where Forsaken's going to try to show himself with his fault line at C here, getting this chamber off this line, and he's actually going to lurk back up on B on the timing of the Prowler not being there. So kind of surprised that T1 got caught off by this. Watching the Talon demo, we know that Forsaken likes to stay separated. The Prowler comes through, there's no pings, he instantly walks up on this timing. So again, like, watch how fast they make decisions. Okay, let's just actually look at the clock here before I even draw anything. So the moment that this Prowler sees something 131, okay, PRX changes their decision making from angling out into C and trying to scare the C guy to now bait for Forsaken. Guys, let's go run up on the door. Literally took 1 second for Jing to process this. He instantly opens the door, and look at the T1 players now, all freaking out looking at the door, right? Nice shot from Hester coming out here. Forsaken's going to get a backstab through this door. And they're instantly going to try to group up here. Mindfreak sitting C. Forsaken held his cross. Instantly together. Rashi shows himself. They're instantly going to move again. They find cjaiye player. They're going to smoke him off. 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, and the plan completely changes. Now they're walking to A. They react off info so fast. Okay, they play together so quickly. They group up so fast. And now they're going to take this 2v2 into this A bomb site here.
This is extremely
Cjaiye's kind of aware of this. He understands that this is like the probable, outcome, just because both players, him and Rossi, have been spotted, so they should probably go to the empty bomb site. Forsaken's going to do a misdirection plant here. So this is something that you'll see in 1v1s where the enemy that you're going up against is very far away, right? Rossi was last seen C. He could be spawn. He could be flanking. Okay, what a misdirection plant does is it basically opens it up to everything, okay? Notice how Forsaken's planning here. Okay, it's open to heaven, it's open to pit, it's open to tree, right? Rossi's going to have to either gamble, tap, and hold, or he's going to have to walk clear a bunch of stuff, right? And that's exactly what we're going to see come out here. So Forsaken's plan is kind of executed perfectly. He slowly gets into the tree room here. He has a ghost and the fault line to play the clutch. Really perfect time in there. Now watch Rossi. Got to clear left. Sees the bomb that's kind of planted back sight. Got to clear back sight. He's going to go up the row. Got to clear heaven. He could be heaven. Got to clear pit. He could be pit. Okay, now he's kind of narrowed it down. A lot of time has been burned. Okay, he thinks that he could be wrapping him stairs, or he's just in the tree room. So on the timing that it's not really planted for stairs, he's going to try to molly him off this tree room position, right, and defuse the bomb here. So Molly's going to come through. Fawn's going to be traded. Now look at this here. He thinks that he actually stunned him, and Forsaken was actually going to reposition again. I'm telling you, these guys never sit still. They are always looking to get the upper edge on you. They are always looking to just change up what you remember or what you saw and just make it seem that it's not the same. He's going to win this gunfight, and we actually are not going to be able to snowball away with this half on Lotus. This is something we've previously talked about, and I like to talk about it again. You kind of have like 2 speeds that you're working with when you are going up against this breach, right? Did he use his stun? or did he not use his stun? Okay, so you want to leverage risk, mainly on that factor. Another thing you got to care about with this comp is the Omen blind. Obviously, the Sky Flash is like the Raze nade. More so on defense, I think you got to be scared of those things. But on offense, you got to understand that if you're running a trap, you're doing something aggressive, you can get stuffed by that breach super easily. Okay, so Xer is going to take a peek here. He's going to get flashed, and he's going to get kind of jiggled off here by something. Has to TP. This is a good play from T1, right? The Sentinel, aka Chamber, is usually on the weak side of the map, so he's TPing, acting like all of this space is clear, right? Hey guys, come on right up, and we're running like a trap, right? We have our Omen blind ready, we have our Molly and Tether, Molly and Dart, whatever we're gonna throw. So a little weird that they pop this orb on timing. Look at the spacing here from PRX. We're not grouped up as 3 people on this mound dying, okay? We got a deep guy anti-flash, we got another guy trying to sound bait with something, right? So this is good spacing from here. The trap's gonna come out from T1, and again, with that orb going up, they're very, very like ready for this. Here's the stun going out on Izu, dead. Something gets 2. They're going to sit here and commit. Devi's going to get the kill onto cjaiye, who is keeping the line. That was a Spectre gunfight that he won against a Vandal. I think the mistake T1 make here is just not grouping up. I'd like to see them group up in this moment specifically because of this detail, right? 50 HP Chamber. I don't like the separation when Forsaken's going to be one off his ult in this plant, and you're going to be in a 2v2 where these guys can push anything. I think that even though they are in this position where they're planting the bomb and doing something, they are going to be the ones who are going to make the play, right? Again, they knew where you both were, okay? They're going to take that space just like they showed last time, okay? It could be heaven, it could be stairs, whatever it might be. I think we got to go together and we got to play this one out a little slower and see if we can punish the guy who's going forward. Secret's going to be broken, but no one's going to go there, right? I don't really understand the idea of that if someone is flanking, right? So even though Carpe isn't coming from Secret, we broke the Secret door. Do you see how the pings are coming out here from a dead player on PRX, right? They're saying outside, outside, he could be stairs, he could be stairs. They broke the door, they broke the door. Flash is going to go heaven, confirm nothing. Now we really want to like play for heaven, right? The Flash just saw nothing. We really should try to abuse that if we heard it. Door's going to be tapped. Devi's going to see nothing. He's going to sit and hold. He's going to try to take a timing thinking he's walking out. Gets a kill on 2v1. Now you're against Drill, Stun, Alt, Wolf. Look at how he parks the Wolf and waits. He doesn't want to get timing with it. Stun comes through on it. They're going to try to 2v1 him. Another well-played round from PRX, and winning that bonus is, again, going to help snowball this half out of control for T1. We're going to see another round where PRX just play extremely well in the man advantage with this no sentinel comp. They're so loose, they're always moving, they're always looking to get to a position that you are going to before you get there, right? So we're going to see a 4-person A fight come out, okay, and PRX is going to go for a pick with something's op here. So the Odin spam's going to come out. No flash or anything like that. The dart missed, and now the op is going to get worked. Flash comes through, rare something miss, and now we're going to kind of commit to this fight with cjaiye's rocket. Mindfreak gets a nice first blood, cjaiye hits a Sub Rosa, Jin gets a 2k here, Izu shows himself, and now we're in this 3v2, right? Okay, what do we know in the 3v2? We know that Rossi's a C player, okay? There was also a time where he has flanked before. We know that Izu's here, we've done some damage to him, right? What's kind of open right now? This B bomb site. So we're going to see a smoke come through from either side, and the B grouping is going to be quick within a couple seconds here. I don't really like Izu's play here. I think that he needs to kind of take this timing on the door. I personally think PRX doesn't realize that he is going to get aggressive on 1 HP. I think that they think he's kind of like backed up in a position like this, just like really playing his life and just holding an angle. And I think that's why Mindfreak is holding this like this. I think that if he's going to have the kind of like comfortability to clear angles like this, he cannot commit to the flank right now. Okay, if you're going to walk out in the open right now, you need to walk into the secret room. Why? You have a timing, okay? Another reason you don't really want to flank in this situation is because Rossi hasn't been found yet, and Rossi also could be flanking. So these are like the biggest like points of like scare, I'd say, for PRX, like your front B and like your C link. So A link, a place they just were in, a place they just fully cleared, is kind of like a spot if you can expose, it would be really good. And he kind of like opts to flank here, you know, quote unquote, being the playmaker on 1 HP. Okay, so we saw it in a round before from T1 where The 1 HP player was like trying to make a play and ended up ruining the full HP player's attempt at the clutch. And we're going to see it again here, where Rossi's kind of just like over-rotated, trying to come over and help him, and he's going to get caught off for it, right? Rossi wasn't meant to die here. Mindfreak is looking for a 1 HP Omen, and he ends up finding a full HP Viper, okay, which is really nice, right? Now he's last seen, you know, A. Okay, we think he's heaven. He could be stairs. He could be in the true room saving, but he's flanking. Okay, time's going to pass. It's just going to be super obvious that he's here. This is just going to be pretty unwinnable. So they fully give the bomb site. They understand that they don't need to play in there. They don't need to give him any kills. We have a thing to get him off the bomb if he taps. He doesn't even attempt to try, and he's going to go ahead and save. So again, really well played from PRX, and T1 really just need to understand the power of the team play and just trying to play together and using the advantages that they have remaining in the round. PRX, W Gaming, we're going to break down kind of like this fast C play, trying to abuse the fact that T1 continue to operate in these like 1-4 setups or these like 1-1-3s, whatever it might be. Okay, so they are gambling a little bit here, but it's not that bad of a play when you're going up against a few ults and you have this many ults online. So the flash and the cloudburst are going to come out instantly. No pings, they know they can keep running forward. Okay, smokes are going to fall. Skyouts going to come in. There's no way Rossi can break this. He's going to try to face this a little bit to break these cabbages, but when he gets ulted like this, he knows that he just has to run. Okay, the duelist can chase these, understanding where they are. Something's going to take a timing, and he's going to die. I don't like this ult from Carpe. I think that if we have Omen one way to this spawn box off, right, I think ulting it is good after a Prowler gets a ping, but I think resetting and waiting for my team to regroup is kind of like my priority one. The ult isn't going to really slow anything down or make people kind of like play differently, in my opinion. If they were in spawn, maybe they would back up to like positions like this or something. I don't really know, but I think he kind of gets a little trigger happy here and then lets PRX back into this round when he uses this. So Nightfall's going to hit nothing. A nade's going to go in without a tether, and it's going to do 0 damage. So PRX are ready to reset. Since we've given up the line and just instantly rotated, now there's a huge amount of indecision. Oh shit, did we get faked? We didn't count anybody there. Something push spawned by himself. There was no other noise. Oh shit, guys, did we get faked again? So really kind of like lacking fundamentals for T1 here. We don't have like a line developed anywhere, someone staying on it and like committing to a flank, right? So again, indecision, 5v4, wasted ult. PRX going to reset, take their time, make a plan. They're going to give Jing the plant since he's too off of his ult. If he gets a kill, he will end up getting his ult here. We're going to use the nade and the fault line to stun, or sorry, stall. Smoke's going to come through. And now PRX are going to kind of play in a kind of further back position with their own Omen blind and their own flash remaining. Again, a mistake that we're going to see from T1 on the retake here is not pumping, right? What is pumping? Pumping is throwing a little bit of utility initially in a pressure situation, trying to draw out the remaining utility from the opponents or reveal the setup, okay? So they're going to kind of go all at one here. Viper Molly, blind, dart, okay, it's going to get broken, they're going to get counterblinded, and they're not going to be able to get out. 3, 2, 1, throw it all. One counterblind hits 3 people, they can't take any of the space, right?
A lot of them. They do move on in. Jing up on top of the site.
Jing gets a nice shot here, pops his rocket, ends up getting none. 4v3, T1 gets some nice trades, 2v2, and the shots come in from PRX, closing that round, going up 7-0 on their opponent's map pick. Jing currently 14-4. We're going to kind of show in this round, what it means to be able to read into situations, okay? So we're going to plan for this kind of like C rush, C hit here. Our standard utility is going to come out. Since the flash pinged, he's going to stun. The TP is going to go away. Jing understands where he TP'd to, right? He can hear it. He's going to pop a showstopper, and he's going to run at this guy. He gets a kill. Again, what has Chamber been doing on this map? He's been developing a line, and he's been playing the weak side, okay? The majority of the players are either towards B or A, running some sort of trap or setup over there. Realizing that, within the second of this kill, he's immediately going to take the spawn space, and he's not going to be heard by the waterfall players. He's going to catch a timing on cjaiye, who has his knife out in this moment. Instant 5v3. So really good situation recognition from Jing here, and just being able to reposition quickly as a duelist, catching people off guard. That is the thing that's going to evolve your gameplay when you can read into situations like this. So he doesn't let them get too close to retake. He doesn't let them get too comfortable. 5v3, they're just going to have to peek here. They immediately, again, reposition and double peek Carpe. Okay, 4v1, rounds over. Rossi has a nice attempt at a clutch here, but at the end of the day, PRX is just running at him. It's not like he really worked for it, but they're going to go up 9-1 in this situation here. And again, on your map pick, this is just really devastating. When you are down so hard on a team on offense, it's really hard to get back into the game. Taking timeouts is like a great idea. T1 have already taken 2. Another thing that you kind of have to realize is when you are up against a team that is snowballing like this, all of these people are online. Okay, everybody's calling for a play, everybody's calling for what they want to do. The snowball just keeps building and building and building. The momentum is so hard to kind of like break and deal with. We're going to see Izu get in a really forward position on this map against the no sentinel. This is really good. Why is this position good? You can hear literally all rotations, right? I can hear outside, I can hear lobby, I can hear him running back to C, I can hear outside C. So he's been escorted up by X-Ray here, and he's going to be in a really good spot. We're going to see him overcook a little bit in this situation. So when the wolf comes out, right, this is kind of like a pump from PRX. Notice how no one's following the wolf, right? They're not committing off of it. They're not using all their util off of it. They are pumping here, trying to draw a reaction from the defenders to push B or to push C. Forsaken's aware of this. He's intentionally calling for it. He's going to get caught out by not clearing this corner. He's just going to spot Jing, and he's just going to TP away. So he doesn't realize that the nade came through. Okay, he has, again, the opportunity to stick this TP. The door has been opened again. He can move over and he can use his paranoia to flood with his teammates and defend this bomb site. Now, if he was the sole person keeping this C line, I would say that that would compromise the setup, right? If we already have 4 people A, right, in this position, if we already have 4 people here and you were keeping the space and you TP'd away, especially towards us, that would be bad. But again, we have the chamber trip over here and we have extra basically being baited for by Izu, and he's going to overcook and he's going to re-stick this TP, but he's going to land into a nade and die. Jing is then going to win this gunfight on X-Curate whiffing. And now on this timing, they've walked up A and they've gotten trades. Another big man advantage here for PRX. Rocket's going to get used. He's going to go down to 1. He's going to get traded out immediately. So no fear from PRX. Another well-played round. T1 can overcook it just a little bit. After a pretty expensive anti-eco round, T1 are now going to bring out their op on this like attack op kind of comp that they've created, or just opping in general. I really like this call from T1. When a team is up this much, when they've been running at you, bringing this gun out can be devastating for them. Okay, they're going to take fights that they are confident in. Okay, they're going to overpeak. This is going to be a nice option for T1 to be able to shut them down. And again, I really like this play call, and I think it's a good idea. Barrier is going to drop here. Okay. It's just going to be walking out kind of with the Viper. The Viper is now acting like the Viper is the solo player on the extremity, right? Forsaken has faked this B line using his fault line. He's trying to bait them into something. He's trying to bait them into a reaction of whatever it is. PRX are going to really leverage like some risk here. Watch this. They're going to completely leave this bomb site open. You might be confused seeing this. Why would you leave a bomb site open? This is a 3 bomb site map. Okay, especially without a Sentinel or without a Viper, you can't hold everything. Don't spread yourself too thin on defense where you're in like a 1-1-1-1-1 setup, aka a stick setup, right? And you're limited on info, okay? You're trying to play for everything at once, and the hits become very easy for the attackers, okay? So they're going to gamble a little bit, and they're going to get ready to re-clear B. They do have the lurk wall at C. Almost getting a kill on Devi here. He's going to get knocked down to half HP. Now the defenders are going to move back over. Forsaken still has this line again. Watch what we see here from PRX. Nice protocol here. When we lose map space, aka Devi jiggling this and seeing 3 people, we take map space, right? So leveraging risk, very well done from PRX, right? Getting really close on this chamber, understanding that since the chamber was there, the trip can't be too far away, right? It's got to be towards A or front B. Slowly creeping up, trying to ping out the spots where the trip might be. Nice first blood, Jing getting caught off by the op. 5v4 situation. PRX going to do this pretty nicely here, and they're going to end up smoking this trip and getting by it. So again, notice kind of like the pump coming through here. Did Devi commit to it? Yes, he did, because they're in the man disadvantage, right? So we have like the stun flash coming through, trying to bait for the flank. Since they ended up proccing the trip, they have to use the Omen Blind here to chase him down. And get taken out in due time. He's going to get chased down and killed. T1's going to have a little indecision here on, you know, what they want to fight and how they want to do it. Now they're going to really regroup to this backside position, take the rope up to heaven. This is a really nice reposition from something. Rusty's just going a little early here, is all this is, right? We have people who can stop the bomb from being defused, right? We have 2 people on the bomb site. Rusty should kind of be basing his speed off of like what they're hearing. But at the end of the day, he's just trying to get good timing. I understand that, he doesn't want to sit back. There have been saying something along the lines of, guys, like we're getting bitched a little bit here, like we're getting pushed around, stop letting that happen, get in their face and do what you want to do. So that's what he's just trying to do in that moment. 2v2 situation now. It's really nice for PRX. We're going to take 2 1v1s and die. So, again, well played from PRX. Good idea from T1. Just kind of poorly executed in the end. So we talked about the 2 speeds going up against the Breach when he has the stun available versus, ooh, sorry, that's supposed to be a 2, when he doesn't have the stun available, right? We're going to see T1 fail to kind of recognize that here and really just walk into a trap. I don't know if this is them overcooking or maybe reading into some sort of anti-strat here, but pinging the Sentinel with this KO knife at the start of the round kind of means that there's usually going to be a trap in like this mid or this A area. A great option you can have is to kind of send someone in with some extra help in anti-stun or anti-flash positions, ready to escort him out when the trap is popped, but they're kind of like going to fail to recognize that here. The knife is going to come in. There's a bottom mid smoke being thrown. They're going to back up and they're going to go A here. The Gecko Flash was never used. Actually, it's going to make some noise in B main here. Nothing really Divide needs to be worried about. There's just a cage on the ground, that's all. Stun, flash, wingman, nade are all ready. Jing is ready to move away and get proactive here. And in that timing, something is ready to actually clear out this line. He's going to see them. Okay, the stun is going to come through with the wingman. Jing is going to come back to help. Okay, 1, 2, 3 players stunned here. We have no anti-flash. We have no anti-stun help. Immediately just decimated by this trap. Look at Mind Freak peeking in the man advantage. He just does not care. They're going to run at Carpe here. And another unfortunate start for T1 where they're just going to be losing the pistol and, having to be at the economic disadvantage once again. We've talked previously about profiling. What is profiling? Profiling is when you're building a profile on the game. Okay, it starts with the agent comp, right? What you're going up against versus what you have, the strengths and weaknesses of it. There's mid-round details like what utility is being used, how much money they have, what ults do they have, what ults are they close to, and there's behavioral details like how aggressive someone is, how passive someone is. Watch kind of like the excellence here from Divide. Again, these guys aren't really looking to figure out how to win the game eventually. They're trying to do it as fast as possible. Okay, he's not going to pocket this information. He's not going to just ignore the fact that this has been happening. He's been knifed twice now in this position. Okay, we're going to bring an op out here and we're going to say, hey, something. This guy knifes this position a lot. He's either going to be by himself or they're going to be waiting for it to ping. Come use your operator over here. Come walk up and peek this and get this first blood. Extremity players, again, with profiling and identifying some of this stuff, give your duelist, okay, or someone who can fight a trap you can run. Give moments like this, bring them up to your team, right? So we can discuss it, we can put it into play. The defender side is very kind of shared. The IGL is not someone who's just going to micromanage literally everybody and tell everybody what they need to be doing like attack. So if you aren't bringing this type of stuff up, your defender sides are going to suck and you're going to have a really hard time. So again, we're going to get a super easy opening pick here onto cjaiye. Okay, the round is basically over now, right? They use some utility to push him back. Okay, the blind is also thrown from Izu as well. They really have not a lot of utility to get into this bomb site with now. Now with the Sage, something you got to realize is with this wall and slow, you can't really just play to execute, right? I think that's the biggest strength that this comp has, on top of the fact running a breach. If you want to try to go fast here or here, okay, you're going to get shut down. You're going to get separated with the stun or with the slow in the wall. Divide's going to do something very PRX oriented. He's going to get into the smoke here with a stinger just because he has an SMG. And he's going to catch Rossi off guard here. A little miscommunication from T1. It looks like they were trying to 3, 2, 1 this smoke, but Carpe ends up taking out his ult and using it. So again, it's just got to be one or the other, where they're going to go in and clear it, which is a good idea from Rossi, or we're going to ult, which is also an okay idea as well. We're dropped into the 5v3. Trade is missed. Slow and a wall. Just constantly repositioning, B-hopping away, and just stalling, and just stalling. Just cycling smokes and just stalling. You can't get out. One guy going through the cage, 2 guys not. One guy going in again, 1 guy not. Flash coming in late. 1v5, unwinnable. So PRX is doing a really good job of just playing the advantage well, and T1 is kind of showing a little bit of just nervousness and uncoordination here. This is just a really excellent call. I feel like PRX have kind of been waiting for T1 to show that they are letting their guard down a little bit. Last round on T1's save, they got a little testy. They were walking into positions really quickly. Okay, taking some fights with their lesser weaponry. PaperX end up using Forsaken's breach ult, again, using ults to win rounds. PaperX really just playing good fundamentals right now. And yeah, they're going to pace change. Okay, they're going to slap you in the face after you gave kind of like a showing that like, okay, you know, we're going to stop respecting you so much. And they're going to say, okay, you know, watch this. You're going to start again. So the double satchel, you know, fast tile play is going to come in here. He's going to get a nice entry and another one. 5v3. He's going to instantly try to reposition. Extra, it's going to punish. Forsaken immediately has a line, and they're kind of like going to reinforce the other side of the map on it. T1's are taking a pause here. They're going to try to, you know, figure out what they want to do and why they want to do it. Time's going to pass. Again, Forsaken's still on that line, calling that he's okay. And we do the late Cypher ult, right? So we've talked about this before, where we sit and we hold the body, right? We let the defenders spread out. We let them do something, you know, different. Maybe take a risk, maybe get a deep position, and then we're going to throw the hat, right? So now we see kind of like the spread and what we're going to do because of it. So it looks like we're waiting for the second upload here. The kind of like line is still kept today. They're going to shift walk away into middle, and with this, they're kind of like, not necessarily forfeiting the round, but I just feel like they needed to be more in a position to take advantage of the opportunity. That could have been KO and Gecko in B main while he throws the hat and he makes noise A, right? That could have been KO and Gecko, you know, in this top mid position while he throws the hat and makes noise A, and we could try to catch Devi, you know, like walking around or throwing this wall, whatever it might be. I just think they didn't really have like a chance to take advantage of the opportunity there, which kind of confused me.
Yeah. They just spread out and they say, okay, well, that's not going to give you too
PRX are leveraging kind of like risk here. Okay, they can go A or B. They haven't broken this top mid wall. They break the market door. We're going to see the stall come in with the slow and the stun. That's going to buy a lot of time. Devi is going to use an Omen ult here. You want to be careful when you Omen ult in these situations, right? Because watch, you know, how the reaction of the defenders or the attackers was, right? They understand that when you're Omen ulting, obviously you're going to be doing like some sort of like fast rotation, or you're going to try to get over with your team. So ripping that too early can be punishing. I like kind of like doing it when the bomb has been tapped. I think it's like a good idea or like a good principle to approach with. So just again, be careful how fast you're going to rip that in a situation like this. So something to see nothing while he pushes this line. They hear the wall being broken. They're saying he's going top mid A. He's saying, okay, that sounds good to me. You know, we can just recate together, right? We have a couple pieces of util left. We'll be okay. They're going to let him plant. They're going to clear out Alba. It's going to be no scan. Somebody's going to take a timing on that knife, something that we've seen happen a couple times now. He's not going to get there just yet. He's going to see Rossi going to elbow. The bomb's going to go down. Now the 4v3 retake is going to come in. Devi is going to try to res here. He gets it off. Again, using ults to win rounds. We're in a 4v3. You know, we know where they mostly are, but we're going to use this ult to win the round, right? Let's cycle it. Let's get it back online. Let's get another one. Thrash is going to detain Forsaken. Somebody's going to hold to make sure no one pushes. Again, 5v3, someone's got to take some risk here. Someone's got to take a fight. Rossi's going to step up to the plate and do it. Trying to buy some time. He's going to instantly reposition. Carpe's going to get punished. 5v3 to a 5v1 to a 5v0. Another flawless retake from PRX in a really well-played man advantage round. Subject to another double-digit opponent half. T1 are really on the back burner here. PaperX are going to, again, kind of like set the pace and get aggressive here. They're going to react into this A site. And T1 are going to showcase the power of this flood comp, right? That Dizzy, that Flash, that Knife, that Omen Blind, that Raze Nade, all really hard stuff to deal with on Sunset when you're running a type of comp like this. The main goal, again, that you have is to flood right before the enemy gets set up. Flooding is where, you know, we're getting close to planting the bomb, and in that time we're running out of smokes and things like that. So we're going to start in mid here. We're going to see like a mid fight come out. Okay, we're going to instantly react, and we're going to go to A since we realized that they were trying to do the same thing. The mistake that PRX do here is they don't really extend anything. They don't really extend it to short. They don't really extend it to spawn, right? They kind of miss their timing. They get killed, and that is thanks to Aizu's Omen Blind here. So he's going to trade this blind to buy a lot of time. He's going to get first blooded because of it, but look how much utility he's drawn out, okay? He's gotten a lot in trade. Again, he did die, which obviously is unfortunate, but we're going to be in position to flood here. The slow is short. The spam is short. We're repositioning spawn where Execute is safe. And as he's waddling, right, he's not even planning yet. They're getting ready to go. Flashes are coming out in the air. Fight's going to go through. They're going to go T1's
And
way.
there's Rossi for a follow-up
They're going to
kill.
keep
The
going.
game's
They're going
gonna
to keep the
come
pressure
down.
on.
Forsaken, though, holding on to the
Divide
side.
kind of like locks off
Have
short with
spy
that
ready.
wall.
Blast coming out here in the spam.
And Sai is able to jump on top of it.
Do clear it out.
And again, just like a really nice flood from T1, and they kind of like breathe a little bit of life back into this map for them. After winning the bonus with PRX investing in all, T1 are on really good track here to actually make a comeback. You got to understand that you only have 3 to give, right? And those 3 that you want to give really want to come when PRX has a lot of ultimates. Okay, they're comboing 1, 2, 3, you know, to win a round. That's an okay, round to give when we only have 3 to give. Okay, what we're gonna see here is real just laziness from Aizu. I don't understand what he was doing in this position, but he kind of just like, in my opinion, just gave up and just stood there anyway. We're going up against an eco. We have 3 rounds to give. Mistakes like this cannot happen at this level. It's just inexcusable.
Not too much to be happy about. I think this is
Okay.
only the beginning of
The knife is going to come out at B. We are trying to misdirect here. We're trying to make it seem like we are doing B control, okay? The camera is able to hold this cross at A. Obviously, he's trying to come up here and establish this line. I understand that, but he, again, needs to just understand risk here. He needs to be able to leverage it and be okay with taking a step back and playing the objective, right? He isn't the playmaker in this position anymore when we have this advanced info, okay? This is a barrier play. What is a barrier play? Your timing or your play or your setup when the barrier drops when you don't have any info. We now have info, right? We now have a B line. We now know that they aren't B. They are either mid or they are A, right? Leverage, risk, stall, wait for our team, trust our setups, trust our flood, trust the thing that we've practiced. No, I'm good. No, they're on ecos. I'm 4 and 13. I need to get a couple. It's only fair. Everybody's got to get one. Staying on an off angle against a double flash comp. Nice shot there. Okay, 5v4 comes in. X-Ray instantly trying to equalize. It's a really nice shot there. And he's going to try to live in this cage so his teammates can flood off of him. Nade's going to come through spawn. He's going to get caught here by the utility, unfortunately. Jing's going to have some nice movement here. They're going to swing it back into the 3v3. Again, we had this B-line the entire time. How mad are you if you're Rossi right now? For the love of fucking Christ, guys. I had the B-line. We knew they were A. Don't give them these fucking close-range fights. Stop them from fucking doing this. So slowly kind of separating here and flooding and panicking. Going over to Rossi, the Ben who had the B-line 5 seconds into the round, is just so mad right now. He's like, guys, you cannot be putting me in this position again. I know I already clutched a 1v4 and I do this, you know, on the regular, but I mean, my God, guys, we only have 3 rounds to give. Why? Why me?
And he's like,
he's going to slowly work the flank, try to get into this clutch. Okay, we have PRX and a bait set up on generator. Okay, something that you're going to see not necessarily often, but just sometimes when you're in a man advantage like this and the ground isn't necessarily as even as you want it to be because of the buy, right? Jing is here spotting with his rocket. He can use it if he wants, and Forsaken is tucked, trying to act like that position is clear. So elbow, spawn, short are all covered, and Mind Freak is in a position where he can hold the left side flank.
Shut down as well.
Time's passing and getting low. Jump spots are coming through.
He's just gotta stay safe.
They honestly think he's saving at this point. That's like the last remaining position, and he ends up dying. So T1 really just give away the map there. I honestly think they could have easily, not easily, but mounted a comeback at least, winning that round. You know, they would have had some ults online and would be able to really make this half close. But, you know, unfortunately, due to Aizu's indecision there, they end up falling, and this map snowballs out of control. PRX now continue their streak of never losing a map to T1. I think I heard the caster say, I don't know how accurate that is, or if this is only for this tournament, whatever. Really dominant performance, winning 13-3 on the opponent's map pick, and then winning 13-5 on your own, only losing 8 rounds is really impressive. I think that T1 today just didn't really play up to their standard. I think that, you know, they're going to survive and they're going to be totally okay. They kind of have like a team that's been developing for a while now, and this isn't going to be the thing that, you know, decides their fate by any means, right? They're putting in a lot of work. I think they show a lot of promise. They have a lot of really good individuals, and the more time that they put in, right, the better they're going to become. PRX, obviously veterans of this league, right? They were in a lower bracket run. They came all the way up here, and, you know, now they're here to play. So, you know, just standard pop-offs from the people that we expect to pop off. I think they played fundamentally really well. They stuck to their game plan really well, and they trusted what they know. They trusted what they practice, right? They weren't trying to just brute force things all the time. Okay, they took it round by round, and, you know, when they were in the advantage, they started to play like that. They were in the advantage, over peaking a little bit, right? Getting active, you know, whatever you want to call it. Well done from them. You know, there's a reason why, you know, they're considered, right, the kind of like best team in this tournament right now. So nothing to be surprised of there. They're going to go to Masters with that top seed and 10 points with everybody else. And again, I'm excited to see Gen G and T1 show out over there. I think that they both have a lot of potential. But in this upper final, again, just kind of unfortunate that, you know, T1 had to play this team again, right? This is kind of everybody's kryptonite in this league, and PRX just continue to do a great job and show why, you know, again, they are #1 in this region. So again, thank you everyone for tuning in. I appreciate it. I've been loved doing these reviews. I appreciate all the support I've been getting lately. I hope everyone has, you know, a good day, good night, wherever you are. If you are looking to get better at the game, I do offer Valorant coaching. You guys can check out my Discord and, you know, see the options that are available for you. I coach any region, any player, you know, any situation, whatever it is. I also have all my socials down linked below. Make sure you guys don't miss out on another video. I'm going to be trying to cover all of Master Shanghai and maybe even try to get co-streaming from Riot. So again, thank you. I really appreciate it. T-Dog out of here. Deuces.